First of all, with the whole issue of axing the winter fuel allowance in the UK for elderly people. Now, the first, when Sir Keir Rodney Starmer first became Prime Minister, the first group he and his Chancellor Rachel Reeves attacked were pensioners. They said they planned to axe the winter fuel allowance, but they said that let me say that again. They said that despite knowing it was a murderous policy, and yet this was their first cut. Wow. Why do I say that? Right. Well, so the elderly that were not taken out during Boris Johnson's C19 reign will be finished off by the Labour government, frankly. They are all the same. Yes, they are. Just a more enhanced, more punishing version as the years go on. And the reason that they knew this would be a problem for pensioners is they'd already conducted research into it. When Sir Keir Starmer sat in the shadow cabinet in 2017, Labour conducted research. It warned that Conservative plans to axe the winter fuel allowance to 10 million elderly voters would increase excess deaths by 3,850 that winter. So they knew it. They absolutely knew it. And Labour at that time called Theresa May's proposal, which was later abandoned, the single biggest attack on pensioners in a generation in our country. What astonishing hypocrisy, right? That was published during the 2017 election campaign. The research said since the introduction of the winter fuel payment by Labour in 1997, allowing for significant variation in winter weather, deaths among the elderly have fallen from around 34,000 to 24,000. Half of the almost 10,000 decrease in so-called excess winter deaths, the rise in mortality that occurs each winter between 2000 and 2012 was due to the introduction of the winter fuel allowance. So what does that mean then? You take it away and then you get those mortalities on your hands. This is awful. They knew, and yet they still did it. What are we to make of it? So the government's planned means testings will essentially leave 10.8 million out of the 12.3 million pensioners with no money before Christmas. That's what it will do. This week in the Lords, there will be a debate about it. The House of Lords have slammed it. And let us hope that they will block it, because that is surely the purpose of the House of Lords. It's absolutely horrendous.